What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back. It's another day, another video here in the Bee Swarm Simulator test realm. On it has dropped some brand new content for us to check out. And finally, we get to answer the question, who is the new bear arriving to the map? Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the map. He's ready. He's waiting for us. And today, we're going to take a visit. It's going to be good. Oh, I've got a bunch of other stuff as well. So, 3, 2, 1, claim the test realm hive. Yeah, welcome back once again. We are getting so close to Christmas Day, to the Beesmas Part 1 update. Today is currently the 18th of December. So every single day that passes, we get more and more new content here to check out and preview. And then, of course, it's one day closer to when that full update is finally going to drop. So it's good times. It's exciting times. I've got some really cool things to show you guys too. Oh yeah. So should be a good one here today. Yeah, I went and checked the previous video. I think we set like a 4,000 like goal on that one. But yeah, that video didn't do as well as the other ones. Not as many people were interested in its madness of planters. So we didn't quite manage to get the 4,000. I think we're just up to 3,000 right now, which is still really good. So if you haven't seen that video, by the way, I will link it in the description below. It's actually a really good one because it shows all the brand new planters and what they do and where you put them and everything. So yeah, if you haven't seen that already, I will link it in the description below. And yeah, should we lower it a little bit today? If we could try and get 3,000 on this one, that would be really cool. Thank you once again for joining me and being here and joining in on the Beesmas hype. Oh, it's my planter. Hey, look at him. Which one is this one? Blue clay planter. Ah, okay, yeah, I remember. Right, okay, so yeah, first things first, let's go and visit the brand new permanent bear, which is going to be residing here in Bee Swarm Town when the update comes out. So, we've discussed this bear a little bit previously. On it did mention that there is going to be a brand new NPC coming, and we have like a loose idea as to, you know, what he's going to do in terms of quests and stuff. Well, finally, he's actually been added in. Now, we mentioned this a little while ago. There was a brand new structure here, which was added to the back of the stump field, and this is the location of the new bear. So I don't think the shop is finished. It's kind of just taken like a chunk out of it, but are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's this guy. Look at him. So yeah, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dapper Bear. Yes, the Dapper Bear. So yeah, we kind of know the name of this for two reasons. One, we had like the face decal, which was uploaded on its inventory, so this is what the face decal looks like. But then I got a message from On It this morning. I woke up with the news that Dapper Bear has come into the game, and he sent me this lovely little selfie. Both these distinguished gentlemen looking very smart indeed. And yeah, is that new music? It is. Ooh, okay. So welcome to Dapper Bear. So yeah, he kind of lives here in the I don't even know what to really call this zone, to be honest with you, like behind the stump field. The new music is really cool. You can see here that the Beequips storage box has now moved to this location, and there's a reason for that. But the big question is, what does Dapper Bear do? Do we have any information about that? And the answer is yes. It says here, yeah. There is a little bear who runs a boutique-like shop which centers around Beequips and planters. It will teach the players how you get both planters and Beequips to work. You'll earn the Beequip case slots from their quests, and it'll sell some stuff related to those things in its shop. So I think this was before Dapper Bear came into the world. And now we know where he lives, what he does. Essentially, this is going to be the NPC location here that will deal with the planters and also Beequips and stuff like that. So what else are we going to have in this location? It says here that in their shop, you can also expand your Beequip storage for tickets. So that's going to be another thing that this guy offers. And I don't have a screenshot, but On It said that we could potentially get up to 25 Beequip slots. So currently, I think we've got, what, 15? So 10 more slots. What else? Yeah. Okay, so on it here says that, you know, someone asked basically, like, what's the scaling, what's the quest sort of progression like for unlocking all of these new sort of planters and, you know, going through that kind of process. On it here says that it starts with sort of mid-game quests, similar to the Science Bear, so in terms of, like, level, but it could or should scale up to late-game sort of questy stuff, a bit like the Spirit Bear. So it's going to go from kind of like mid to late game quest-wise, which I think is good because it allows mid-game players to have a brand new quest line to do, but at the mid-game you've already got so much stuff to do, so that's just another extra thing, which is cool. But for slightly later game players as well, you'll also be able to do those quests. So look at him. Doesn't he look cool? He's got like a fancy jacket and a fancy hat. It's Dapper Bear. So yeah, there we go. Very, very exciting. It has felt like a really long time since we've had a brand new permanent NPC. Of course, we have Bee Bear, who, you know, rocks over in Christmas and all that kind of thing. But to have a new bear with new, you know, shop and a new kind of thing, I think is really, really cool. I would imagine that this building might look fairly fancy by the time it's done, because I guess it's supposed to be like a boutique, isn't it? So, yeah, there he is, just chilling inside. And hopefully, over the next few days, we might be able to see what his shop is going to look like. Very, very cool. So, the good news does not stop there, because a bunch of new decals got added into the game. And these are to do with items that Honor has teased previously, but not actually had like the proper decals for. So, we're going to talk about those. Oh yeah, and of course, all of the previous sort of areas for previous Beesmas have been added back into the game. So of course we have the fairy lights one there, we have the snow bear, which is back here just chilling. What does this say? Last year's snow bear is already complete, but it's starting to melt. Okay, snow bear's back. We've got the fireplace, of course, over here with the stockings. We've got the candles. We've got, ooh, ultimate throwback to where big old turkey legs will be taking his silver-plated throne once again for the Beesmas period. I look forward to feasting upon him. And yeah, all of that stuff has now been added back, which is good. So, let's talk about a few new items here. So these guys finally have a brand new set of decals. So these are variations of wax. So there are 4 variations in total. This is the first one here, which is called soft wax. And then these ones are the 3 other ones. So we have hard wax, we've got caustic wax, and we've got swirled wax. So what do the waxes do? Well, good news. I have a bit of a description here. I'll leave the pictures up for a little bit longer. They look really, really cool, especially the caustic one. And essentially, these, well, on it says here, there will be a system where you're allowed to use up to 5 waxes on each Beequip, soft, hard, swirled, or caustic. There is a risk/reward factor. Using soft wax is guaranteed to slightly improve it. Using hard wax will have a 60% chance to improve it by a decent amount, or using caustic wax has a 25% chance to greatly improve it, but a 75% chance to destroy it. Ooh, can't be used on permanents. And swirled wax simply rerolls the stats. To remove the waxes and start over, you'll need an item called Turpentine, which is another rare item from planters and bosses. The system is heavily inspired by the scrolling systems in MapleStory, and it's designed to make finding multiple of the same Beequip valuable, since you can try your luck with 5 more waxes. So these are essentially risk and reward booster items, which you can use on your Beequips, not the permanent ones, but you have a chance of either, you know, really rewarding it or just completely destroying it. So if you take a really long time to, you know, find a Beequip that you want, which is not one of the permanent ones, you can risk it and you can try and get a really good one, or it will be destroyed in front of your very eyes. And apparently there's Turpentine. This is actually from a few days ago. I don't think we have Turpentine in the game just yet. I don't think a decal exists, but it does say there that it's going to be from the planters and from rare, what was it, boss drops? Yeah, boss drops. So a little while ago, I was reading about these 2 new items called Honeysuckle and whirligigs. And if I remember at the time, like I was reading about it, and especially one of them, which is called the whirligig. I'll pop up. This is the whirligig, by the way. It's like one of those things that drops off trees and kind of goes, woo, you know the ones. But Onnit was talking about this, and he was like, well, I don't know if it's going to stay in the game or whatever. I was just sort of testing it out. And he actually sent a message here from a little while ago that says the honeysuckle and the whirligigs are things I accidentally left in the planter loot, and they aren't finished, but they're just random items. So I don't think I have a screenshot of it, but on it was like unsure if the whirligig would actually make it into the main game. But you may be wondering, like, what do these guys actually do? So firstly, with the whirligig, basically it's a consumable item, which is, I think it's an instant teleport back to your hive. So these are going to be, from what it seems like, planter loot, which obviously the planter loot is a new thing. We talked about the planters loosely last episode, but we mentioned like good rewards from the planters, you know, for growing it up and stuff. So it seems like the whirligigs, it seems like these new honeysuckles, it seems like the turpentine are all going to be like unique items, maybe to either really rare from bosses or just the planters. And then the honeysuckle, which is actually kind of cool. It says here that the honeysuckles are actually used automatically when your bag fills. If you look closely, you'll see a plus and minus honey from honeysuckle. There's no animation yet. In the main game, you'll be able to toggle them on and off so they don't accidentally go off automatically. So a honeysuckle essentially is an automatic microconverter, kind of. It's not going to convert your entire bag, but you're probably going to be able to get like a nice stack of them. And essentially it is like an automatic version of working your microconverters, but not having microconverters. So you use your microconverters manually to empty your entire backpack. You'll use your honeysuckle to empty a portion of it, but it will be automatic, and you can toggle whether that actually goes off or not based off an on-off toggle. So just another little way there to basically like extend your playing time in the field, which is pretty cool. And apparently you can also influence the length where the honeysuckles sort of, you know, how good they are. So on it says here, if you're standing in a honey mark, when it activates, then the honeysuckle will convert more, but it won't be as much scaling as the others. So you can influence the amount that it converts based off what's happening on the field, which is pretty cool. So yeah, as you can see, just some really, really cool little items there that have been added. And yeah, just once again, like another reason why I think the planters are going to be really, really important in the main game, just because not only are you getting, you know, the boost with the nectar, not only are you getting, you know, some honey and stuff from them, but you're also getting not just like in-game items, but also these brand new items will probably be included in the higher tier ones. And they seem like pretty cool. The one thing that I'm really excited about is the whirligig. And I think like as soon as that comes into the game, if it does, I think you're going to be able to see like way better stick bug runs, for example, like to be instantly teleporting. Let's just say stick bug is in, I don't know, pineapple, and then it goes to mountaintop. Instead of like jumping off using the teleporter and stuff, you can whirligig, bang, straight to the cannon, and you're up. So it's only a few seconds here and there, but it might make a difference. So I think it's going to be kind of good for that. Also, of course, just getting back to your hive to emptying and stuff for field boosting or whatever, it's also going to be really, really useful. But yeah, brand new bear, the Dapper Bear. Brand new quest lines, I'd imagine, coming very soon. I'm sure there's going to be lots more changes here in the test realm over the next day or two or 3 or 4, so I'll keep you guys updated. A little bit of a shorter one here today, but I think some really, really cool stuff. And yeah, I am very excited. So until next time, thanks, and see ya.